Hello there, YouTube. This is the Rogue Gem Player, and coming at you with a DDD deck profile. Got it, so why not? This deck is actually pretty cool. With new support that has been released in the recent years, the deck has a lot of hyper consistency. Like, there's a lot of cards that you used to play in duplicates that you no longer have to. You don't have to play Pot of Desires. You don't have to play all these other things because the deck actually has a lot more consistency. So let's get right into it. So to start off, the first monster is 3 copies of DD Savant Kepler. This gets you your Dark Contracts. It's also a high scale if you need it. It gets into your plays. It's one of the cards you use to make the Link monster. It's just overall really good. And then playing 3 copies of Copernicus. This card is actually really good. Being able to foolish anything. It used to be kind of meh when it originally came out, but now it's like you need it for your combos because you absolutely have to play it. It's used for your rank 4s, your rank 4. So we're then playing 3 copies of Griffin. Griffin is really good because you're actually going to resolve all of its effects in the same turn. Not only is it used to make the rank 4, but it's also used to get cards, get pieces, draw into things. You can occasionally draw 1 card off of it every turn. It's pretty good, actually. And then for the Pendulum 1-ofs, we're playing 1 Cerberus. This is mainly in here because it turns a monster into a level 4, which you can use for exceed plays. It also is a kind of a high scale, or it's a low scale, depending on what you need. Orthos, you actually use the effect to pop a card in order to resolve effects. You can also use it as a tuner as well. 1 Laplace, 1 Renge, or Rage, Oblivion King, and Savant Thomas. These are a bunch of 1-ofs. So the way that the deck works is you basically make this guy, which I'll go to in a minute, and you set up 2 scales for free, and you use those to kind of build a board. Generally, it's making the new Exceed Pendulum monster. So there's that. That's all the Pendulum monsters we play. For the non-Pendulum cards, we are playing 2 copies of DD Swirl Slime. You use it for the fusion plays. Also, when it's in the graveyard, you can use it to special summon a monster. The 1 Necro Slime, you do occasionally use it. The 1 Vice Typhon, it's another Swirl Slime. You kind of need to play it. So keep that in mind. And then the 1 Lamia, because it is you do make the level 8 synchro in the deck. So that's actually pretty good. You'll notice that a lot of these cards used to be played in 3-ofs. You don't actually have to do that anymore because the deck is a lot more consistent than it used to be. So keep that in mind. I'm going to let you know right now, this deck does not play Nightmare Throne. I don't have any of those, and I'm not comfortable just dropping for them. These cards I've had for a while, so 3 copies of Ash Blossom for the hand traps. You have to play Ash. It literally protects you from dumb stuff. Double Ghost Spell, double Ghost Ogre, the 1 Effect Veiler. We're using Crossout in this deck. You should be playing Drolls, but there's only so much you can fit. If you really want it, you can add Drolls to it, Nibiru's, things like that. For spells, we're playing 3 copies of Dark Contract with the Gate. This is part of your combos. You need to be able to access your stuff whenever you need to. It makes the deck consistent. So, and then for the like the 1-ofs stuff, we're playing Patent License. You're going to be dumping this to use with its effect to recur a monster. And then the Swamp King, you do occasionally, especially if you already opened up with Gate, you can use Kepler to search this, so it gives you an extra extension or something to discard at the very least. So for the rest of the spells, we're playing 3 copies of Crossout Designator because I believe this card is necessary, at least in this current moment in time. Once hand traps become less prevalent, you can kind of take this card out. or if it becomes tier 0 again, this is relevant for when you're playing mirror matches all day. And then 1 copy of Call by the Grave, because why not? For traps, 3 copies of Infinite Impermanence. You have to play this. It's used offensively, defensively. You could still set it and kind of jam a zone, especially the extra monster zones for like links like SP and things like that. We're then playing the 1 DD Headhunt. This is kind of, you know, if you want to play it, that's fine, but it is a pretty good card to take control of a random monster. So for the extra deck, it's pretty much all DDDs because, unfortunately, or fortunately, their best card is Gilgamesh, which is their Link monster. This card, when you use its effect, it will especially to set up scales, it will lock you into DDD monsters for the rest of the turn. And because this is such an important integral part to your deck, you have to summon this card and resolve its effect. You can't play anything outside of it. You can play maybe a 1 random card. There's cards in here you can cut, but making every card relevant at any point kind of helps keep the deck safe. So, and then it floats if your opponent happens to kill it. So, the one for the Exceed monsters, we're gonna start there. The 1 copy of Wave King Caesar, you need it for the combo. King Tell, you need it for the combo as well. And then High Wave King Caesar, this is you're going to make this. This keeps you protected from stupid things like Nibiru, things like that. And it's also just another Omni Negate that you can summon. Kali Yuga, it's one of the old generic ones. This one is basically locked. It jams your opponent for a turn. And then for the last 16 months, we're playing 2 copies of Desu Machinex. You could play 3 if you really wanted to. This card just says we're gonna completely kill our opponent. You can put it on top of any triple D monster, and it just when your opponent activates a monster effect, you can detach to and destroy a dark contract and then attach that monster, so you could steal monsters and things like that. And then it's that good. So, and it's a 3K body that you can easily summon on it really easily. So, and then for fusions, we're playing 2 copies of King Genghis. You're going to resolve it. Oral King Dark. This is mainly in here as kind of like a pivot. Sometimes you just kind of need a random other monster to do things, and also it's a level 7 that you can use with Lamia to make the level 8 synchro. The 1 copy of High King Genghis. You're going to summon this. It's another spell trap negate if you need to. The 1 copy of Beowulf. You occasionally need to make something. So it just kind of gives you a 3K body that kind of just says once per turn, destroy all spell traps on this field. So this is good in rogue matchups. And then the last card is the 1 copy of Curse King Siegfried. It's another one of those, hey, let's negate something, and this makes the deck really, really relevant. It's kind of one of those. This is kind of one of those decks where it's got 1-2 card combos, but it's completely dependent on what those cards are. Sometimes you'll draw, everything you need, and you just have to play through disruption. Other things, you're kind of just playing a waiting game until you find what you need. So, thank you for stopping by, guys. Comment, rate, subscribe. Help me get to 100 subs, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.